Yeah, Coach, just an unbelievable effort by your shorthanded team tonight. Tremendous defense in the second half to give yourself a chance. Just and you came up short, but can you talk about the effort defensively, especially in the second half, that will allow you to get back into?
Yeah, our guys, I thought, fought really, really hard and played really, really hard, communicated with each other, did a good job on the boards. We said the other day, even before we lost all these guys, you want to play winning basketball. You don't want to beat yourself. Don't turn it over. Get back, defend, rebound. And you want it to come down to making shots or not. And I'll say today that's what it came down to, And then I was disappointed because we got ourselves a chance to win even to the last defensive possession. And got the turnover. And I just, you kick yourself as a coach because you want to draw up something that'll create an open shot, and you don't. And it's frustrating, very frustrating. To not even get a shot at the end is frustrating.
Well, curious, Coach, on that last play, were you going for the three? Were you going for the win, or were you trying to get just?
We would have taken whatever, right? I mean, so we had 3-point looks to hopefully spread the defense because you know that they're not going to want to give up a three. So you want to be having 3-point threats so that the defense is spread out, and then you take whatever's on the inside. So I don't think I gave Bled enough room there to see the floor. So frustrating.
Stan, just kind of in that vein, I don't want to nitpick the final, 2 plays because of how well you guys played in that game, but what would you have done differently to operate, do you think, there?
Well, I thought the play before, if you're talking about the one where Billy set the step up on Lonzo, I thought we had Billy on the roll. He was open. We just didn't see him. He was wide open. So I really don't know. You're managing clock. We got 2 veteran guards out there. We're going to play through them at that point. I don't know who else you would play through at that point. So I'm not upset that I chose to play through those 2 guys. I'd trust them again Sunday, Monday, whenever we play. Maybe I could have given them a better look, more room on the play, whatever. But I think with the group we have, those are the guys you're going to have to play through in those situations. And I trust them to do that, and I'll do it again Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, and what did you think about that first half from Jackson and just his overall growth on offense?
Yeah, listen, his energy level was unbelievable. And, when he plays with that kind of energy and uses his athleticism, he can make a huge, huge impact on the game. And you guys know that's something we've talked about with him all year. When the energy level's up, he makes an impact on the game. When his energy level is not up, then like with most people, then you're going to struggle some. And tonight, that first half was an incredible performance.
Stan, obviously a weird day for your team, your franchise, whatever, with the Zion stuff. How do you felt like your guys reacted to it, and how do you feel like they kind of go through these last, 5 games or so of the season, knowing that a lot of roles are about to change and the way they kind of reacted to it tonight?
Well, they knew it going into the morning in the walkthrough, and, you saw how they played. And again, they had a really rough second quarter and got down, and there's probably a lot of people out there expecting, oh, shoot, they're going to die, and they didn't. Like, no matter what happens the last 5 games, okay, that storyline should all be dead after 67 games about these guys and how they let down and all of that. It'll come down to how well we play, whether we're good enough or not good enough. These guys are not going to quit. They're not going to give up. They are not going to throw in the towel. They're not going to let go of the rope, whatever analogy you want to use. They've proven it for 67 games. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to compete. They went out there without 5 of their top 8 guys tonight. got down by 16 at the half, competed to get back in it, had a chance at the end. We've just struggled, as you know, to finish out those games, the close games, but not for lack of effort, not for lack of resiliency, or any of that. So, that storyline should be dead no matter what happens in the last 5.
From a team perspective, is that one of the things that you would say you're kind of most, that you take away the most, that you're the most proud of? I mean, you never know what you're going to get with the team as you go through, a really up and down season. Is that, no matter how you guys finish, is that one of the things you take away that, is at least a positive regardless?
To me, it's the biggest positive. If you're looking at team things, not individual, the biggest positive to me is our resilience. That to me is the biggest positive we have on this team. That, there have been so many times. I mean, if I just think back to you guys doing these sessions, how many times I've been asked, usually by Jen, but nonetheless, how many times I've been asked, how will they respond after that loss? Or somebody came back on us and beat us, and, how are we going to respond? I mean, that question has come up a million times, right? How are you going to respond? And nobody does anything all the time, but I think overwhelmingly the response has been good all the time. And I think if you're a fan of the Pelicans, even if you're not a fan of the Pelicans, you've got to have respect for that, if nothing else.
Stan, I mean, you guys didn't have your offensive firepower tonight, but is it hard not for you to wonder, like, what this season would have looked like if 3 or 4 of these games had just gone your way in the final 2 minutes this season?
I don't really have time to think about that right now, but clearly that's been our biggest problem, right? I mean, we haven't been able to close out games and win these close games. I mean, we're right there a lot. I don't think that there's too many people out there that would argue that we're a very, very competitive team. I mean, we're a team that is close. We're close. Like, I don't think anybody would argue that. And it is, in some ways, that's good. In some ways, that's a real positive looking forward, that this team can go out and compete with anybody on any given night. But it also makes it very frustrating for the players, for the coaches, for everybody in our organization to be that close so many times and not be able to get over the top. And for me, it's really, really frustrating because as a coach, you see that great effort from our players and, you just go back in and go over every play call. What could I have done to get them a better look, to get them over the top? And, it is frustrating, but they've been good all year. They've bounced back, and I'm sure they're going to make great effort over the next 5 games.
All right, thanks, Coach. That'll do it. Do you want to lead us off?
Jackson, I think you either tied your season high or approached it in the first half. Just what do you feel like allowed you to get into that rhythm offensively in the first quarters there?
A lot of guys were out tonight, so I just took my chance. I knew we needed somebody else to help score, so I wanted to try to do what I could.
And a lot of what you were doing in the first half. I mean, it wasn't just dunks or point blank layups, like you're hitting hook shots and stuff like that. I mean, do you feel like there is a little bit more, I guess, in your game that maybe we haven't seen yet, just around the basket and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, these first 2 years, I've just kind of been playing the role that the team wants me to play, and I'm fine with that because I just want to help the team win. But I know I can do a lot more, and I feel like the rest of the team knows I can do a lot more.
Hey Jackson, it's Andrew from ESPN. A little bit more to that. I think we talked a little bit about you being able to shoot threes a little bit earlier, but the hooks, the little push shots, the 12, 14 footers, how much have you been working on that? Just as much as I guess the outside side as you try to diversify your game a little bit.
I mean, I work on all of them every day. I mean, all three levels, inside, mid-range, threes every day. We have an off day. I come in and work out with our coach D House. I'm just trying to get better every day.
Yeah, and what was just the reaction from the team once y'all heard the news about Zion, and what do you think about the response you guys showed tonight? After the news.
I mean, I'd probably just say when we all heard the news, we just wanted to support him because we all know how tough that is. I'm going through an injury. So we all just wanted to support him. We all wanted to just step up and try to play our best for him.
All right, thanks, Jackson. That'll do it.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, Vlad, obviously, and not the results you guys wanted, but what did you think of the way you guys came out, especially after the news you guys found out this morning about, not having Z and obviously not having Brandon either? How do you think your team responded?
So I thought we responded great. We had guys step up, and play huge for us tonight. And we gave ourselves a chance to win this game.
What did you just think about what Jackson did in the first half? And just what you can think specifically about it wasn't just dunks and layups from him tonight. I mean, he mixed in some stuff we don't normally see very much.
I mean, we see Jax work on his game all the time. He be in the gym working. We're not surprised he made those shots. All it is, he got a little bit more minutes, confidence. Got a little, got high, and we needed that from him. He played phenomenal.
And Stan has talked a bunch this year about the resilience this team has showed, after tough circumstances. You played on a bunch of different teams with different personalities. I guess where do you think that resilience comes from with this group?
We play for each other. We play for each other and we play hard. We got a bunch of guys that's real talented, but at the same time, they leave it all out there on the court. And when you got a team like that, it's definitely it's gonna have a great outcome most of the time.
Hey, when Stan was talking to us, he said he wished he would have gave you a little bit more room to operate on that final play. What did you see on your side? What were you guys trying to get a 2, trying to get a 3? Was it?
We were just trying to get the best look possible. I thought Billy had a good look, but I made a play that turned the ball over. But at the same time, everybody got big parts of why we lost the game. Everybody feel a little down. So at the end of the day, it was a team game. All of us wanted to win. We fell short.
I know the season is not over, but is it? I mean, you guys have been in a lot of close games this season. I mean, is it hard not to think about that if 3 or 4 of these games had gone your way? I mean, this is a completely different situation.
No question. Like Stan said, some of the games we just beat ourselves. I thought tonight we didn't beat ourselves tonight. They came out and played and won this game. A couple early games I think we could have closed out a little bit better.
All right, thanks, Vlad. Appreciate your time.
Oh.
Hey, Zoe, how frustrating is it for those last two plays to kind of go down the way they did, considering the way you guys fought without Z, without BI, and really getting yourselves back into that game?
It's tough. Like you said, we fought to get back into the game, first and foremost. And then set ourselves up for, either to tie or to go ahead. And didn't get a shot either time. So obviously, it's tough, but the game's over now and nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, Stan has talked all year about the resilience this group has showed. Where do you think that comes from with this team, the way y'all are able to bounce back after some of these tough circumstances?
I think we just got tough guys. Before the game, I told them, nobody's counting on us to win this game, but I am. And, I really felt that, and I think the guys felt that as well. And, it came down to the last possession, and, we just didn't make another shot, in order to secure the win.
What was the reaction, I guess, from the team perspective when you guys found out that Z was going to be hurt, and obviously, during what could be what is a crucial stretch run for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose your best player at a time like this is going to be tough. But guys knew they had to step up tonight, and I'm proud of the way they came out and competed tonight. Like I said, unfortunately we just didn't get the win, but we chalk it up and move on to Sunday.
Does it help when Z, BI are still with you guys, when they're still on the bench, they can talk to you guys and you feel their presence at a game?
For sure. They're all two all-stars. Their presence, whether they're in the game or on the bench cheering, is always, going to be great for our team. They're with us tonight, even though they couldn't be with us on the floor. They were cheering the whole game and giving guys words of encouragement and teaching guys, different things on the sideline, and that's what we encourage them to do.
All right, thanks, I appreciate your time.
Yep.